Hello, this video is going to go over how to create a large amount of passes in a short amount of time by just using the student ID numbers. And so as you can see, I am here in SchoolLinks. Whichever platform you use will actually work as long as you can extract the student numbers, because that is what we are doing. We are extracting the student numbers. So I am specific in regards to which event I am choosing to do. So in order to go to the event, I'm going to go to Engage, and then Events. And I am actually pulling down the students who registered for the field trip on Thursday. And so I want to get all of their information. So I'm going to click on the pencil, which is Edit. And then I'm going to click right over here so that I can download the 57 names who did register. So I'm going to select right here that says download the list, and then I'm going to open up said list. This will open as a if you're using the WCC USD computers, is going to download and open as a Microsoft Excel document. If you are using a Chromebook, then it will download as a text document. And then you can either highlight and copy like I'm doing, or you can say save as a Google Sheets form. And so what I just did was I highlighted and I copied all of the student, all of the student numbers. And now I'm going to go into PowerSchool, select multi-select, and do Control V or Command V if you are on a Mac. And then this is going to give me the information to all of the students. And so the next step that we do is, I have this already on here, but we are going to select custom student list. If yours does not, right here, if it does not say custom student list, then just click on the upside down triangle and then scroll down to student reports, and then you will see custom student list. And then we are going to click on that. What I have is I actually have two information from two reports here. The first couple of lines are for the GPA uploads, and then just 1 and 2 and 10 through 15 are for this report. So since it still goes by very quickly, I just leave it there, and then you can just go back to a few seconds ago, do a screenshot, or just write down the format, the cell information, so that you can put that into your computer. And then I'm going to copy all of the information. So it says 58 rows were copied. And then I'm going to use Microsoft Office in order to do the mail merge. And so I will email this to you. And I do recommend that you create a folder onto your computer. This is actually the only, or these are actually the only documents that I use on this computer, and everything else is a Google Doc. But you go to mail merge, and I've also pinned this so that this is always here. But you go to mail merge, and then there is one document that is a Microsoft Excel document. That is where all the information goes and is stored. And then the other option are these, and these are per period. This is what our passes actually will be printed out on. However, I'm going to open up the Microsoft Excel document, because this is where we put the information that is updated. And for me, because I have been doing this for so many years, and also I needed to make a change once, I have many tabs. However, for you, you just need one. and one tab like this. I saved this first part because unfortunately, when you do it the way that I just showed you, it will not keep the column titles. However, this is how I get around that. I have already copied the information from before, and I am going to paste it over here. So I'm going to do Control or Command V, and then I'm going to highlight the information and put it on over where it belongs over on the other side. So I just highlighted the last and first names, and then I'm going to paste it on over here. So now I'm going to look for what their grade is, and then I'm going to paste it over there. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because I save the information for the Cal Grant GPAs. If you do not do that, definitely feel free to only have this information. That's what I did when I was a college and career counselor, and it worked very well. And so now I just need to copy this information, and this is their schedule. So these are the rooms that that the students are located in. And gonna go over to first period and paste that on over there. Okay, perfect. And so now everything lines up. And the last thing that I need to do on this section is fill out the last part of the pass. So there is always going to be a topic or like a summary title of what you are going to discuss, a message, so whatever you want to have a little blurb of message be, the date that you want to put on, and some type of preposition. So like, please send at 10:30, please send before third period, something like that. You just want to have a preposition over here, and then the actual time that you want the student to come down to see you, and what the location is. Sometimes it's the cafeteria. COCA is for like the COs for college, CAs for career. So the COCA Center is a college and career center, and sometimes it's library or maybe even a classroom. So what we want to do is we want to update the first entry, and then we are going to copy and paste that to everyone else. So since this is for a field trip to a field trip to Cal State East Bay, we are going to say study trip to CSU East Bay. And then I'm also going to say you are receiving this notice because you signed up to attend a field trip to CSU East Bay. Please come see Miss Robinette when you get this message. And so the date is going to be today. Please send at let's see. So there is a workshop at 12:30. So we're going to say please send at 1:30. So let's say 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. to the COCA Center. So we are going to highlight this, and then we are also going to highlight the sections for the other. One more. So we're also going to highlight the sections for the other cells. So now now that we have done that, we have all of the information in here that we need. And I just personally like to get rid of this because I just personally don't like it. All right, and so now I'm just going to delete that, and that is just fine. And we're going to save this. And now we are going to merge this with the Microsoft Office documents. And so earlier we were at fourth period. And so maybe this next one is going to be sixth period. And so I, for whatever reason, have two documents, but I'm going to use the one that says use. But I suggest that since you are starting from only have the 6 documents for each period. And so this is clearly connected to something else. I am just going to see if this one is connected. Okay, we're gonna have to do the same thing for each of these. Well, since I'm here. Okay, so now I'm going to connect this to the Excel document. And the first step that I need to do is go on over to my mail merge folder. And then I'm going to select the document that I just used and also the tab that I just used. And so now I'm going to be able to see that the information that was put into the other document over here. And so this, let me go on and refresh this. And there we go. And so this is getting incorrect information or is pulling from a place that I don't want it to pull from. So I'm going to go on and see what happened. So I'm going to go to mail merge, going to go to that document, and I just want to make sure that I was using the correct one. And obviously, clearly, I was not. So I'm going to go over to this, and that is fine. So I used passes. And yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to go and click on passes. Okay, and so now it has a study trip to CSU East Bay instead of, I think the other one was a trip to Sacramento. But we see here that the title is Study Trip to CSU East Bay. It has the date. It has one of the students that I am calling down and to come down over to the Coca Center at 2. And then it also has a little note that I have. You are receiving this notice because you signed up to attend a field trip to CSU East Bay. Please come see Ms. Robinette when you get this message. And that is almost everything. And so now we're going to go on over to finish and merge, then edit, and then we click OK. And so what this does is this this prints out, or this shows all of the passes. And then what you can do is just give this to a TA, have them cut it into 4, and then they will be able to just look down here at the bottom right and deliver these passes. And so again, this is for a particular period. This is for their 6th period class, and we just want to give this to the TA so that they can pass this out and help you out a little bit in doing some of the legwork. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thank you so much.